Stingrays, masters of the seafloor. If sharks are the sleek hunters of the open ocean, then stingrays are their flattened, otherworldly cousins. Elegant, stealthy, and sometimes deadly. They're living proof that evolution doesn't always go upward. Sometimes it goes outward. Quite literally. The flattened design of a stingray didn't just happen overnight. Their ancestors were shark-like creatures that swam the seas more than 300 million years ago. Over time, their pectoral fins, once simple stabilizers, stretched outward and upward, fusing into broad, wing-like discs that encircle their heads. Instead of propelling themselves with side-to-side tail beats like their shark cousins, stingrays learned to ripple these fins in mesmerizing waves, gliding across the ocean floor like underwater spacecraft. Some rays, like guitarfish, stuck halfway between shark and ray, but stingrays fully embraced this new blueprint. Hidden in plain sight. Being flat had another advantage: hiding. Stingrays are masters of camouflage. With a quick shimmy of their wings, they stir up the seabed, covering themselves with a thin blanket of sand. Often, only their eyes and spiracles remain visible, peeking out like periscopes. From above, they blend almost seamlessly into the ocean floor, except for the occasional tail betraying their position like a misplaced string. Even so, predators and prey often overlook them until it's too late. Armor and weapons. Of course, camouflage alone isn't enough. Stingrays wear tiny, tooth-like structures called dermal denticles across their skin. These act like protective scales, making their bodies rough and sometimes spiny. But their most famous defense is the venomous spine on their tail. This barbed weapon isn't hollow like a hypodermic needle. Instead, venom seeps from specialized grooves, making the sting both painful and dangerous. The spine can break off in an attacker, adding injury to insult. While stingrays don't use this weapon aggressively, they are generally shy and avoid confrontation. Stepping on one accidentally is a mistake no swimmer forgets. A face on the bottom. Look closely at a stingray, and you'll see a curious design. The eyes sit on top, scanning for movement above, while the mouth, nostrils, and gills are underneath, pressed flat against the seafloor. Just behind the eyes are spiracles, openings that pull in water from above and channel it to the gills below. This allows stingrays to breathe even while buried. Their strange layout might look awkward, but it's perfect for a creature that feeds by probing the seabed. Supernatural sensors. Stingrays aren't just relying on eyesight. Along their snouts are tiny sensory pits called the ampullae of Lorenzini. These electroreceptors detect faint electric fields produced by the muscle activity of buried prey. To a stingray, the heartbeat of a hidden crab or the wriggle of a worm glows like a beacon. Once located, the ray uses suction, sometimes lifting its body like a tent, to draw its victim out of hiding. Dinner under the sand. What's on the menu? Worms, mollusks, crustaceans, and the occasional small fish. Stingrays crush hard shells with rows of flat, plate-like teeth designed for grinding. Some species, especially larger ones, can handle whole crabs and clams. Their teeth are constantly replaced, forming conveyor belt-like ridges that ensure they're always ready for the next meal. During breeding season, males develop sharper teeth, not for eating, but for grasping females during courtship. Evolution, it seems, likes multitasking. Diverse diets and odd adaptations. Not all rays stick to the same script. Electric rays evolved powerful organs on either side of their heads, capable of delivering shocks up to 200 volts. These jolts stun prey and ward off predators. Cow-nose rays developed flexible lobes on their faces, cephalic lobes, to help scoop up clams and oysters. And then there are manta rays, the giants of the group, who abandoned bottom feeding altogether. With wingspans reaching 7 meters, mantas became filter feeders, funneling plankton into their cavernous mouths with enormous cephalic lobes. To eat enough plankton, they must swim constantly, sometimes performing somersaults or group cyclone feeding spirals to trap food in dense patches. Social lives and strange behaviors. Stingrays aren't always solitary. In shallow lagoons, groups gather to feed together, while in migration season, thousands of rays may travel in synchronized schools. Some even leap from the water, performing flips and belly flops, behavior that scientists still puzzle over. Communication? Courtship? Or simply play? Nobody knows for sure, but the sight of dozens of rays flying out of the ocean is unforgettable. Life and love of rays. Courtship among stingrays is a mix of grace and aggression. Males pursue females, nipping and biting to hold onto them long enough to align for mating. The act itself is brief, just seconds, but pregnancy lasts up to a year. Stingrays give birth to live young, usually a handful of pups, each a perfectly formed miniature ray. They emerge rolled up like little burritos, unrolling their wings as they swim off into the world, already independent from birth. A role in the ecosystem. Beyond their fascinating biology, stingrays play a crucial role in marine ecosystems. By digging into sand and mud for food, they stir up nutrients and create feeding opportunities for other animals. They help regulate populations of clams and crustaceans, shaping the environment around them. In turn, they are prey for larger predators like sharks, orcas, and even humans. Sadly, many ray species are now threatened by overfishing, habitat loss, and demand for their gill rakers in traditional medicine. Graceful survivors. From stealthy ambush predators to soaring plankton-eating giants, stingrays and their relatives showcase the creativity of evolution. Their flat bodies, once an odd adaptation, became the foundation for an entire order of species, each with its own twist on the ray lifestyle. Whether buried beneath the sand, gliding like birds through open water, or performing acrobatics above the waves, stingrays remain some of the ocean's most fascinating and misunderstood creatures. They may look like harmless cookies of the sea, but behind that flat facade lies 300 million years of innovation, survival, and hidden power.